David's flame chamber. Shall we continue? Now we're gonna get to the Robert Kennedy drop. And look, man, Trump's gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't be distracted, man. The clone's gonna go to sleep. Right. So just pay attention to the information that Robert Kennedy's kicking, and just really focus on like why they telling us all this stuff now when they've been fighting against us the whole time, giving us medical misinformation, fact check this, that. You disagree with our experts, all this expert business, man. And now you say, oh yeah, vaccines are bad, man. We've been given 60 something extra vaccines on the schedule. Let's go 75 to 11. So what's the next step? 11 to 0? If you went from 75 to 11, I'm a I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna go ahead in the future and I'm gonna go from 11 to 0. I can certainly go from 11 to 0 since you just dropped 75 to 11. Let's go, man. Con up, con. Let's get this drop, man. And I can't make this stuff up. This is just what's happening, and I'm reacting to it, man.
I and Jamie, and then I'll sign the executive order, which I'm very excited about. Because I came in and I said, I want to find what's going on with autism. It's many, many times what it used to be years ago, and it gets progressively worse, and we had progressively more and more vaccines. So in a nutshell, and you can see it through this, we're breaking up the vaccines and we're breaking them up into time periods.
We basically had a cocktail
All
of
right, Jackson,
contaminants in our private well.
I got you.
High levels of arsenic,
High level of
nitrates,
hijack.
high levels of bacteria, including E. coli.
I was
My bad,
really
y'all. My bad. My B.
Okay, not so complicated. And we think we're going to have a tremendous result from doing that. Very simply, large amounts of vaccine, large amounts of like vats of vaccine are currently pumped into your child's body. And we're doing 20% of that at each visit. And we'll let time elapse between visits.
Come on,
so
man.
the body can handle this.
Y'all don't get to just do this, man. You don't get to just decide what percentage of the crap goes into my child. Is you crazy, man? If you admitting to this much, that means you got a cesspool going on. You got a freaking cesspool. That's like them doing a recall on lettuce and be like, all right, just take 20% of the bad shit. Like, hell no, boss. You just said 80% is confirmed. Hijack City, E. coli, crazy. I'm supposed to take 20% of the other stuff because it ain't been confirmed yet. That's like saying 100% of people go to a party, 80% got the same damn disease. But we ain't really ran a full test on the other 20%, so you can go hang out with those guys. You know what you could do, man? You could take this bullshit, man. And real talk, this is a serious business. We got mothers and grandmas that got hit up with this bullshit. And y'all over here telling us, oh yeah, 80% likely, 80 out of 100 might get autism. We'll give you 20% of that, and maybe the numbers will go dramatically down. Nigga, that means that still people gonna be getting the shit off 20%, and you already know that. That means y'all already know that this 20% is gonna still hijack the community, but you hijacked so many now, you're being nice to us. Now you're saying, man, we got so many of y'all niggas, man. We got so many of y'all niggas, man, that shit, we'll just get 20% of y'all niggas. Like, God, this is pure evil. And look at his face. Say it with a straight face. We'll just get about let me try to do the face. We'll get about 20% of you niggas. We'll take out about 20. We done took out so many, and y'all, you don't know how many of your people we hijacked, man, from the beginning of time. So 20%. That's the face he's making, man. This is ridiculous.
Massive amount of fluid being pumped in. I think it's going to make a big difference. You know, there are some groups that have virtually no problem with autism. And I have to say this, they're groups that aren't big into the world of vaccines. So there's something wrong when we see record numbers all the time, every year for years and years. Every year gets higher, higher, higher autism. And we think we have a very good recommendation, and a lot of good things are happening. We're going to be releasing some very detailed paper. Here's another one, European countries versus the United States. Look at that. These are high level, very medically powerful European countries. You see the top, that little chart says a lot, but that's the difference. So with that, I'd like to have Bobby say a few words, please, and then we'll go to the others. Please, Bobby.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to start by just reinforcing something.
All right, there's a couple of distractions going on. I want you to stay focused on information. I don't want your minds to go into wonder world. All right, don't go to wonder world, man. Trump's gonna go to sleep. His eyes is already damn near closed right now. And I know just because I brought your attention to it, you still gonna be watching him go to sleep. I'm just saying, don't forget to pay attention to the content. And Robert obviously has like a voice issue, right? So that's gonna distract you too. These are two distractions. I don't want the magician to completely get you distracted. That's all I'm saying. I know you're gonna look at Trump going to sleep, but at least now you got some type of fortitude because Drop already warned you. He gonna go to sleep, all right? He gonna go to sleep. And Robert's voice is shaky, man, all right? But listen to the context, and these aren't our heroes. He's not doing some hero type shit. Stop it. Oh, Trump's doing this. Trump's doing it. He's not operating on his own. They gotta give up something. They gotta give you back something. It's a part of the it's a part of the witch's brew. They got to tell you the truth. They got to give some stuff back here and there. And we'll just kill 20% of y'all. We'll just infect 20% of your children. 80% might be too much. Yeah, I know you backpedaling. I know you withdrawing. I know you see the creator coming. I know you see the frequency of these niggas syncing up, linking up. This ain't no AI link up, man. This is what y'all try to replicate. But you got no control over it. You don't got no control over AI. You ain't got no control over this indigenous mem sauce. Yosef the real take the wheel. That's the best I could call it. The mem sauce. The mother blood, right? Flowing through our veins. The motherboard. Connecting the circuits, man. We watching the circus while we connecting the circuits. That's a bar, man. We out of here, bar.
The president said, which is the source of his concern about this issue. And I'll just give an example. In 1970, the biggest epidemiological study at that time in history was performed. And the university scientists from across this country looked at all the 8-year-olds in Wisconsin, about 900,000 children. And they were looking for autism, and they knew what autism looked like. And they came back with an incident rate of 0.8 per 10,000. So less than 1 in 10,000. The rate, according to CDC today in this country, is 1 in every 31 children. In California, it's 1 in every 19 children, 1 in every 12.5 boys. So there has been a dramatic increase. One of the things that the industry likes to say, one of the talking points, which the press loves to parrot, is, oh, we're just noticing it more. But this is an absurdity, and this is an assertion that has been debunked again and again and again by peer-reviewed literature. But it's also debunked by common sense. Because if we were just noticing it more, we would notice it in older groups, but we're not. We're only noticing it in kids who were born around 1989 or after. The older generations, you're not seeing those increases. So,
around 1989, and yes, I know Trump's asleep. I know he's asleep. He's asleep right now, I know. Okay. Just listen to Robert's voice, get through the distortion and hear what he's saying since 1989. Okay. So it wasn't no 70s thing, right? This is all recent. They weren't even really talking about stuff like this. I was talking to my mother. She was like, man, no one even started mentioning stuff like this until like the 80s. That's when they started talking about mandatory vaccines and all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these systems is new. I mean, obviously, you have your syphilis trials, Tuskegee experiments, right? You got the Nuremberg Code being completely ignored, doing testing on people that aren't even aware that they're being tested on, and then you want to come back and say, my bad, my bad. You guys are in violation of the Nuremberg Code. I'm talking international law, man. You can't be over here poisoning people and doing experiments on them without their knowledge, man. Spraying them. What's all this stuff you spraying in the skies? What's all these chemtrails about? Just more experimentation later you're going to apologize for? If we don't get the shot this way, then you're just going to put it in our respiratory, man? This is what Fauci was experimenting on mice and putting human lungs in mice and seeing which ones get affected the worst, because you want to see how the human lungs gets affected by the pathogens that you introducing in the sky every damn day. And this is why he gets a presidential pardon, boss. Nah, man. Nah, bro. You out of your damn mind if we don't see clearly. Yeah, I know Trump sleep, man, but we ain't sleeping, man. He said since 1989. That's when they started up this particular ramp up of the silent weapon and the quiet war. Telling parents, oh, stay healthy, healthy, healthy. Here's our recommendations. Since 1989, and got millions of children sick in their head, slowed them down, closed their pineal gland momentarily. With all these children, all praise to Allah, all these children that are supposed to be on the spectrum, all these children that you've infected that's supposed to be autistic, whatever they want to call it, I guarantee you they're going to get hit with that solar flare, all praise Allah, and they're going to link up and sync up right before your eyes, man, even on a higher level, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Hawa Baruch the children, Hawa Baruch our children. For those of us that didn't know or didn't have, you know what I'm saying, the information that got the vaccines, that got our children vaccinated and different things, Hawa Baruch our children, and give them the frequency to overcome the hijack at all costs. Because that's what this is about, the children, my nigga.
Something happened in the mid-90s that changed our children, and it has to be an environmental exposure. Because genes don't cause it.
It has to be an environmental exposure to you freaking hijacks, man. I'm speaking for the children. Yeah, it's an environmental exposure. That's one of the causes for the little ice age, boss. You look it up. You look it up. Wikipedia, the little ice age happening between 1300s and the 1800s right here in North America. And one of their main causes is European contact. Biochemical warfare, man. Silent weapons, quiet wars. This shit ain't changed. It ain't changing. We talking about environment exposure. Now you hijacks and doing stuff in laboratories, telling us it's mandatory. We can't go to the movies. We can't go out to eat unless we got this certificate of getting your mandatory bullshit. And now you say, my bad, I'm going to hit you with 20%. We'll do it better now, boss. We'll be better. Is that what you tell somebody that completely violates you and they come back? I'll be better, boss. I'm only going to violate you 20% of the time.
Epidemics. They can provide a vulnerability, but you need an environmental toxin. And what the president has charged us with is finding which one of those exposures or which collection of exposures are causing this epidemic. Because if we were just noticing it more, we would notice it in older groups. But we're not. We're only noticing it in kids who were born around 1989 or after. The older generations, you're not seeing those increases. So something happened in the mid-90s that changed our children, and it has to be an environmental exposure. Because genes don't cause epidemics. They can provide a vulnerability, but you need an environmental toxin. And what the president has charged us with is finding which one of those exposures or which collection of exposures are causing this epidemic.
Just think about all the possibilities in the 80s and the 90s. Just think about all the possibilities when we talk about the drugs being dropped off in our neighborhood because we didn't own them boats to bring them drugs over here. Stop with the play. We're talking Ronald Reagan and them, right? Stop with the play, man. So they're bringing in bad drugs, probably already laced with this stuff. Remember, they playing chess, not checkers. They're like 4 generations ahead in terms of planning, right? So the hijack does this with Doom meditation, Doom Diversus 1452, Papal Bull, Khan. They been playing this, man. By the time they spraying stuff in the sky with all these planes and GMO in the food, fluoride up the water, then they hit you with the ultra pump fake. Got my noggin shot up with this mystery serum. And I said in part 1, don't get confused, man, about what's the freaking mission, man. What's the mission, right? It's not just about that they did it. It's what's in this stuff. What's the mission? What is in the vaccine? What is in it? We can speculate. We've done plenty of drops about it. We talked about the chemtrails connection, what's in the chemtrails. We talked about the barium, the aluminum, and the desiccated blood. Yeah, desiccated blood. You look it up. Then connect that with the vaccine and the MMR, connecting with some white lady from New York, and they took her sample from the 70s and used it as the culture, you know what I'm saying, foundation of this MMR vaccine, whatever the hell they found in that did its job against who? Against who? You count all of the, what they say, the environmental, this environmental outbreak. But you put the drugs on there, you put the Reagan era on there, you put the AIDS virus on there coming out of nowhere. Now it's all just affecting us, the black people. And then in that, you know what I'm saying? You putting all this stuff, birth control, and I mean, just you count the attacks. I'm not even talking about what's happening in the streets. I'm not even talking about the civil stuff. Right, talking about the, Black Panther Party. I ain't talking about, again, Tuskegee experiments and all the other ones. I ain't talking about the cadmium poisoning and the Happy Meal toys in the hood. The cadmium is the Dragon Slayer. I'm not talking about the cadmium being sprayed in Alabama, just like Tuskegee. You count the attacks. One more time, just listen close. It has to be an environmental, change, right? Something's happening in the environment, right?
And what the president has charged us with is finding which one of those exposures or which collection of exposures are causing this epidemic. You need an environmental toxin. And
environmental toxin, my noggin. Count the toxins, man. We just laid them out.
That changed our children, and it has to be an environmental exposure. Because genes don't cause epidemics. They can provide a vulnerability, but you need an environmental toxin. And what the president has charged us with is finding which one of those exposures or which collection of exposures are causing this epidemic. For decades, I fought for a simple principle. When it comes to the health of our children, government has an obligation to follow the evidence wherever it leads. Tell the American people the truth and give parents the information they need to make informed decisions for their families. Mr. President, you gave us a mandate to do just that. You directed HHS to examine America's childhood vaccine recommendations against the best available science and the practices of other developed nations. We did that work, and on January 5th, HHS and the CDC overhauled the childhood immunization schedule, reducing the number of diseases universally recommended for vaccines from 17 to 11, and establishing distinct categories of recommendations based upon the scientific evidence. Our assessment found that the United States recommended more childhood vaccines than any other peer nation. President Trump mentioned the number that's 72 jabs before 18, but it actually could be up to 94 jabs. And nobody else has anything like that. And then many other countries, or most other countries, achieve high vaccination rates through education, informed consent, and public trust rather than mandates. Today, with this executive order, you are building on that work and acting on that evidence. We will preserve access to vaccines, strengthen safety monitoring, expand research, give doctors and parents better information, and restore informed consent and parental choice to their rightful place in American medicine. At HHS, we are already moving across multiple agencies: FDA, CDC, NIH, ARPA-H, NTP, the National Toxicity Program, and other parts of the department. We have already launched unprecedented research effort examining vaccine safety and long-term health outcomes in American children. We are putting some of the largest health data sets in the country to work, including CDC's Vaccine Safety Data Link, FDA's BEST systems, and other major federal and private health data sources. We're pursuing dozens of studies and analyses. We are comparing health outcomes in vaccinated versus unvaccinated children. We're examining aluminum adjuvants, the timing of the hepatitis B vaccine, vaccines administered during pregnancy, and outcomes ranging from allergies to autoimmune disease to autism and other neurodevelopmental disorders.
Wow.
At NIH, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences are working with the National Toxicity Program on a comprehensive review of vaccine adjuvants, ingredients that are added to vaccines to amplify the body's immune response. They will determine what the existing science establishes and where uncertainty remains and where we need additional research. We're bringing that same determination to autism. NIH has launched the Autism Data Science Initiative with 13 research awards examining autism prevalence, causes, treatments, and services. 5 of these will include vaccines among the potential factors that they examine. Dr. Bhattacharya will discuss that work in greater detail. Next month, ARPA-H is preparing a major new initiative focused on foundational causes and biology of autism and on better diagnostics, treatments, technologies, and tools for people with autism and their families. We will examine every biologically plausible hypothesis and leave no legitimate scientific question unexplored. Mr. President.
Does any of this seem genuine to you? I'm trying to just let it play, you know what I mean? I know it looks like this clone behind. I don't know what this is. I mean, what are we watching here? Just straight entertainment, man. What is this? A heavyweight boxing match? You got a ring girl sitting beside me. You got the ring girls out. She just looked like, just ask her a question. I want to see what she thinks about vaccines and the connection with autism. I just want to see, what is she doing behind the president, right? This is a joke. This is a joke. He should have his wife behind him, man. Is that his wife? I don't know. Maybe that's his wife. Y'all let me know if that's, I stand correct. Is that his wife, man? Oh, man. But yeah, dodge the distraction. He's sitting like some sleepy king. Hey, Mr. President, we do it for you. And thank you for making such great genius moves. You're such a genius. He's like, huh? What'd you say? What?
You have told us that you want answers. So do I. We have just over 2 years to finish the work, and I know you're impatient. And we are moving with urgency that deadline demands. We will bring you actions and findings as soon as they are ready. We will not wait for the 90-day period, and within 90 days, as you have directed, we will deliver the full response required by this executive order.
Man.
Our task force on safer childhood vaccines was established by Congress in 1986, but went dormant in 1998. Last year, after nearly 3 decades, this administration reinstated it as required by the statute, and yet it was discontinued. And you restored that congressional mandate. The task force is already working to expand vaccine options, examine the timing and sequencing of childhood vaccines, strengthen safety monitoring, advance research into alternative adjuvants, and continuously evaluate risks and benefits using American and international evidence. Taken together, this is what gold standard science means. No predetermined answers, no institutional taboos, no sacred cows, no hiding uncertainty. Test the hypothesis, examine the data, replicate the results, tell the public what we find, and be honest. This is the standard you have set for this administration. It's the standard I intend to enforce at HHS, Mr. President. You asked us to get this done, and we are getting it done. And we will keep working with urgency until American parents can have confidence on the medical advice that their government gives them is worthy of their trust. Thank you very much.
Blah, 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 man. Blah, 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 man. That's all I heard there. Oh, you genius king. He's like, it's sleepy time. He said, Baba, can I get my Baba? He's over there in Baba land, man. He ain't serious about it. He seemed like he's feeling any type of heartfelt way about anything. You feel any sincerity as this dude is reading from the page with his shaky voice, man? You feel any sincerity, man? This is bullshit. This is the circus, man. This is straight up entertainment at this point. Man, my niggas, get on your land, build your land, work together. It ain't one place you need to go, man. It's just, follow your flow. You know what I'm saying? If your flow's in the city, your flow's in the city. I understand we got families and, everybody in different areas, but my nigga, when you set up point, when you run point, they will follow, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? They will have to. You're going to see how bad these cities get. And at least, certain areas like, where I'm at in Utah, like, we at least able to kind of watch, from a dragonfly perspective without your family being on the front lines of just the chaos and the tanks and whatever that they planning in these cities, you know what I'm saying? This beefed up police infrastructures. I don't see that where I'm at over here. I don't see a bunch of, I ain't seen no SWAT cars. I ain't seen no police helicopters. Only helicopter I ever see is the one coming from the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And they got like an emergency helicopter. It's like the stuff we gotta deal with, man. Growing up in the inner cities, man, like LA and Inglewood, where I'm from, man. So I'm just saying, like, run point. You know what I'm saying? And you got some thoughts to share, whatever the case is. Drop them in the chat. Drop them in the comments. I try to, definitely get back to my niggas as much as I can, man. I got 6 beautiful children, man. They practice tennis, man. They doing martial arts, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We be busy, man. So just please forgive me, you know what I'm saying, for any delays in responses and anything. But hey, just know this right here is a show of, just love and continual dedication and commitment to this platform and every platform we on, because we merging them into one at 432thedrop.com. And again, by being a member right here in the Dragon, in the David Dragon Flame Chamber. I'm calling it the Dragon Flame Chamber, man. There we go, man. we got a new flow, but we already know, man. That's the same old flow, man. The Dracan, because we see clearly, man. And but your membership here transfers to the website when we relaunch the website over there. So that would be a $10 a month subscription that will have exclusive content on the website, and you guys will automatically have access to that because of your, subscription and your, love right here in the David's Dragon Flame Chamber. So just expect more perks coming out, man. Automatic access to, everything we're doing, you know what I'm saying? New merch and gear we're working on, you know what I'm saying? First access to any of our new products. You know, once we get these new flash drives out to all my Nagas, then we're gonna have, you know, just great flow from that. And I'm just so proud of my IT team for these flash drives, my Naga, because it's way beyond anything I could have expected and done on my own. Like, I'm sorry for the wait, but I'm grateful that we got the right product. And that's all I wanted, was to have a product that lasts, you know, a lifetime of flow, you know what I'm saying, of learning and growth. So, you know, now we got the menu, like a digitized menu connected with the flash drives that we can upload really everything onto them. You know, like, it truly is now the everything pack. Before it was like everything I could squeeze on the you know what I'm saying, on the flash drive. But now it's like, it's all digital, it's all IT, it's all beautiful. And I got an IT team working on your product, the best product, the perfect product, the everything pack, the conglomerate pack, and the water, you know what I'm saying, for your patience, for real, and believing in me and this product. And some of y'all ordered like a year ago, you know what I'm saying? And back then it was just a dream, a vision of putting all the drop on the flash drive. Now it's digitized and it's beautiful. And again, that's gonna grant you more access into, you know what I'm saying, future, you know, products. And, you know, just how as we roll our exclusive drop out and, you know, transition off the YouTube flow, because they just want to, you know, hijack our metrics and just, you know, try to contain us and, you know, censor us and stuff like that. So the Patreon is the flow going into the website, which will be exclusive from. And it's taken years to rebuild the website, but I wanted to make sure that we were in a real safe place, a nice hidden place in the internet view. No more hijacks, no more hacking the website. I rebuilt it, what, 2-3 times. So this one here is for, you know, for keeps. I want to make sure we built it, put the money up, and had the right team behind it. So shout out to my IT Nagas. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. And we secure now, and our products are secure, and they're coming soon. They're dropping soon. And I'm going to keep giving you updates on it. So, you know, I'm confident, you know, and I just feel good, man, that we did this together. We got another checkpoint, and we got all the drop for over 10 years of dropping wherever I dropped it on one flash drive. And that's the vision, because that's the time capsule, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the, you know what I mean? But you could wear it on your neck and your keychain and put it in your phones, your car. Like, you don't need the internet, your offline flow. You could be underground. Love to my Naga Fred, Ahab Fred, for all your love and support and patience as well, my Nagas. So all my Nagas, all my cons, I love y'all. We're going to keep it coming with this book as well, Swords of the East by Harold Lamb. And come with a part 4. We're still reading chapter 2, man, in the David's Flame Chamber. The water for joining me right here on Patreon. And just keep surfing away with us. And I'll keep surfing away with you, man. Halal. Wah. Shalom.